house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a goal builder that could teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychological black gold firm, but we ain't all black.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Constance Carter. Who's that over there?
Me.
Hi, me.
Hi,
What's happening?
Carter. You had a birthday, didn't you?
I did.
How old did you turn?
I turned the big 5-0.
I love that for you. Listen, I don't know if you're aware or not, but if you don't have this book, do you have this book, Constance?
I do.
If you don't have this book, you're poor.
I turned.
What did you do on your birthday?
So I didn't do a whole lot of nothing. No, I did. No, so my kids, you know what's funny? I was telling you, so I have 4 kids, 2 of them are in college. And so my son, my oldest son, he's in Hampton. So he drove up here to be with me. And so I was just super happy that he drove up here to be with me. So I was thinking that my other son that's at Jackson State was coming. So I was like, I have all their locations. So I was avoiding looking at their locations, looking at his location all day because I thought they were trying to surprise me and bring him up for my birthday. But I finally was like, okay, let me check his location now. And he wasn't coming. So
yeah,
I was a little disappointed, but it was still good. So we ended up, my daughter took me to a wine bar. And then
where?
In Annapolis.
Nice.
And so y'all, listen, I'm a lightweight, right? I am such a lightweight. And I was drunk off of the first glass, but then they made me drink 8 glasses. So you can imagine,
drink 8 glasses.
They made me drink 8 glasses of wine. So by the time we were done, I was almost just crawling out of the place. But it was good. I had a really good time. I had, you guys, if you guys are on my YouTube or if y'all are on my Facebook page, I had a bunch of people that gave me a shout out. I was so surprised. I was actually even crying. So it was really, really, really sweet. I was just like, I couldn't believe it.
I thought it was catching tears, Constance. I thought you were crying.
I used to be a thug, but as I've gotten older and in my 50s, because I used to think that like crying was a sign of weakness. I did not want people to see me crying. And I thought it was a sign of weakness. But now I cry like a little biatch, especially when it comes to my kids.
They don't really like you though. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah. But so that's what I did for my birthday. So y'all, I'm 50 years old. And as a result of me being 50, I'm doing some specials right now. I always try to think of how I could try to add value. So I wrote this book called The Ramp Journal, y'all. And as I'm in doing my ramp and I'm thinking of things, so this is my ramp journal. And this is one of the things that really helped me. Yay. This is really one of the things.
Lord, I should show my nail. My nail came off. My bad.
Uh-oh. So this is one of the methods that really helped me when I was going through just a lot of different things in transition. And so I put it into a book so I could help other people. And so when I do my ramp, I'm always trying to think of ways that I could just kind of just bring value and add value to other people. And so in my ramp, I was, the masterclass that I do every Tuesday, which is a free masterclass that I do for everybody. So that's one of my give backs. But then also it was just like, okay, what can I do? I think that may add value to people. And it was like, okay, for your 50th birthday, make some of your things 50% off. So some of my signature programs that I have, like my coaching is 50% off, and a lot of people have signed up for my coaching. I do 2 different coachings. I do a coaching where I help you get credit. So I help you get your credit back, hundreds of points. I give you the blueprint, we talk, and then I do a wealth strategy also, which is a one-on-one where I help you to create. We look at your credit, but I also help you build upon that and help you expand your wealth portfolio. That's real estate. I tell you all the things in terms of qualifying and getting prepared to build that wealth portfolio. So that's 50% off. And then Net 7 right now, which you're a part of Net 7 right now, is 50% off. And this is just for a limited time. And this is if you've ever wanted to be a part of our inner circle.
That needs to be a limited period of time, because I'm gonna tell you that's a lot. That should be a lot of people get so much from Net 7.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a blessing to me though. I created what I needed, with Net 7. I created something that really helped me, especially when I was going through what I was going through. I just really wanted to help Black women to be able to increase their net worth. And so Net 7 was birthed, and April, when I tell you, it goes beyond anything I could have
I love it.
ever imagined. Like,
Ever, ever.
huh?
I said ever, ever.
Ever, forever. Yeah, man. So let me just show you real quick. And then, so also the Living Trust books as well are is 50% off for a limited time. That's gonna be done because people are just buying that in droves. But look, I want to show you guys real quick. Let me see. My kids. I want to show you what my kids said. Now, listen, I got video dedications from everybody, and it's beautiful. But people could think you're dope, and people could think you're amazing, but when your kids say it, it's because they know you intimately beyond the facade and what they see out in the world. And so it really, it just blessed me. So anyway, this is my oldest son.
Thank you so much for always being there for me when I need somebody to talk to, help me through my problems, and you help me get through college. You've done so much. You helped me do so much in my life, and just thank you for always being a helping hand and being there for your children each and every single day. I love you.
And then this is my middle son. This is the one I thought was going to be coming home, but he wasn't. He's at Jackson State. So the first one, he goes to Hampton. My other son, Kyron, he goes to Jackson State.
I know you wish I was there with you right now, hanging out, do all the things we do for your birthday, because, you're exactly 30 years, 3 months older than me, my twins. So I know I wish I was there too, but I'm sending you this video to let you know that I love you and I appreciate you so much for the things you do. You're the best mom ever. Any life, I choose you to be my mom. So I love you, and don't work too hard on your birthday, please. Relax.
Aww.
So that was my Kyron. That's my little middle. But so we have an inside thing so he's the one that looks the least like me, but he's the one that's most like me in terms of our personalities and stuff. And so when we say 30 years and 3, so my birthday's February 23rd, his birthday's May 23rd. So that's like our little inside thing. And then here's my youngest. This one didn't talk 3 months ago. So wait, where's
Happy 50th birthday. Halfway through 100. I just want to say thank you for everything you've done in my life. I may have or haven't shown gratitude for it. And I appreciate you for always being supportive and always being there as a mother when my father couldn't. So happy birthday and thank you. Hope you have a great day.
Now that one right there, don't even talk about that. When I tell you, I was shocked because when the other ones talk about that situation, he goes out of the room. This is my son that just started talking 3-4 months ago, and he just used to mumble. Now he's a whole motivational speaker. He's online. Girl, his last video got 7 million views. I ain't got nothing with 7 million views. I've got
And he is monetized, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, and he has sponsors. And he just started talking 3-4 months ago. It's crazy. You just don't know that they're watching, And then finally, my ride or die right here.
Let's save the best for last. Before you start, you probably gonna be like, "Ooh, she look rough." I don't care. Happy 50th birthday, Mom. 50's crazy, first of all. I just want to thank you for just pouring into all 4 of us. I've been with you since the start. You had me when you were only 23 years old. 23 is a baby. Like, I'm 26. I feel like if I had a kid anytime soon, it would be a teenage pregnancy. So that's a lot of responsibility to have on a 23-year-old, and you have played that role stupendously. I say you are the most loving, giving, hardworking, selfless, humble person I have ever came across in my life. I definitely would not have been the woman I am today without you. For sure. Like, I learned every single thing from you. You are the reason why I am the way I am, why I won't settle, why I want so much for myself, because I see how you did it. And I wouldn't wish anybody else to be my mother. I would have you be my mother for a million lifetimes. Oh my God, I'm about to cry. Wasn't expecting to cry. I would have you be my mom a million times over in the next million lifetimes. I love you so much. And I just pray that 50 is the best for you. Bye.
Okay.
And so I had a lot of friends send me videos, and it was amazing.
Did you get my video?
Huh?
Did you get my video?
I did.
I didn't mean any of it.
Kyle, huh?
I didn't mean any of it.
You didn't mean any of it?
No.
So Kyo's putting together a reaction video because they were recording me as I was watching everybody, and but it was just amazing, just the love that is shown. I didn't do anything special. I didn't have no big 50th birthday bash. I didn't, I told you I'm gonna be traveling a lot this year, but man, I got my parents. Both of my parents are here. I'm 50. My brothers and sisters, they're all healthy. I'm 50, and I'm the youngest. My kids, they adore me. And so I can't ask for a better life. I got people who love me all over the place. I couldn't ask for anything better. So 50, man, I'm embracing every bit of this. I'm embracing every bit of it. So yes, it's still my birthday week, and I'm just blessed. Hi, I'm blessed, April, and I'm blessed to have you as a friend. I will say
yes,
this.
you are.
I am. I will say this. April came at the right time, and April poured into me. I was actually watching some things, looking at some things, like I said, in 2022. And I was really thin in 2022 because that's when I was going through the hardest time of my life. I was looking good though. I was like,
okay, real quick. When we first met in person, right? Because I'm gonna be blunt. I did not know Constance was as thick as she was, because I've always seen her sitting down. I saw like a video of her, but it was like, whatever. And so we were at City Winery
in Atlanta.
I walk over to her and I was like, you have a great ass. And she's looking at me like, thank you.
So April,
like, oh no, I promise you I'm straight. Like,
April was bald-headed, so I was wondering.
I'm like, listen, I'm unbelievably straight. You can't get straighter than me.
I was wondering
I promise you. But y'all, she's junky there. Her ass is very junky.
Yes,
like, and she had like no stomach at all whatsoever. It's just like, so it's like, oh, clearly she had a BBL. She's like, no, I didn't have a BBL.
No,
you
and
sure?
Everybody thinks that. In fact, I think Jermaine said, I thought you told me. Jermaine and Kim both were like, I thought you said that you. No, I've never told you that. Kyle, did your mom? No, my mom's no. It just runs in the
Was she ever sitting on a donut for like a month? Yeah,
I don't know. But now these arms is like everything. So actually, when I was rebooting my computer, that's why we're late. We got to hurry up and start. But when I was rebooting my computer, I was talking to LaTanya, and so we're talking about going on a fast. We're only going to eat once a day because I got to get this weight off. Yeah. So this is Victoria Monet's mom, and she was telling me Victoria's schedule is crazy. So she said Victoria wakes up at 3:45 and then she eats, and then she goes to the gym. And then she comes back from the gym at 10, 11, and she doesn't. And then she goes to the studio, and she's at the studio till 10 o'clock at night. And she eats. I think she said she eats at 5:45. That's all she eats. Victoria Monet is only 120 pounds.
Yeah, and so she goes on great diets, which are actually very, very good.
What?
Great diets.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I don't want to be 120 pounds because I'm a grown ass woman. However, I was like, girl, because we were both talking about how
grown ass woman.
Well. Yeah, but she's young. But me and LaTanya was talking about, I said, girl, we need to be doing what she's doing. Like, what are we doing? Why are we talking about this? Because she was like, I'm about to get the thing that we was talking about. And I was like, let's just do what she do. Let's just eat once a day. So that's what we're going to do when I get back from Mexico.
Yeah, me too. You know what the funny thing is, in all seriousness, I, for the most part, will eat once a day. But when I eat once a day, it's like enough for maybe 4 times a day.
Yeah. I made this bomb salmon pasta last night, and it was so good, and I was so full, but I kept eating it because the flavors was just so good in my mouth that I couldn't stop eating. It's shit like that keeps.
Yeah, I'm like, when food tastes good, you be like,
yeah, I want to just do it again, and I don't got no business. Yeah, so I'm getting focused because like I got to get my shit back. I'm 50 now, so I can't be out here. And honestly, to be honest with you guys, everybody, we don't even need to be eating 3 times a day. That is something that American diet came up with, and we're not even supposed to be eating all this as much as we do.
Well, and it's called SAD for a reason. So people don't think about it from that perspective. Standard American diet, SAD, SAD. It is sad. Do not follow it. Like, if you follow the standard American diet, you are guaranteed to get everything that comes along with it. And I know you don't want that.
Am I delayed?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. Okay. Anyway, y'all. So let's get into it. So which one you want to talk? Let's talk about Governor Newsom. Intermittent
Okay.
fasting, it does make you eat bigger when you do eat. Well, I'm an intermittent fast like shit because I'm getting this weight up off me. April.
Yeah.
So I saw Governor Newsom. You know, I'm from California. That's the governor. That's the person that I voted for. Okay, so I'm fond of him. I like Governor Newsom because he gives it to Trump the way Trump gives it to everybody else. Everybody else over here punking down, backing down, and letting Trump get out here, tell these lies, and act a damn fool. And he is, I don't know who his social media manager is, but they give it to him. But here recently, he was speaking to an audience. He was speaking to the mayor or the guy who's running for mayor of Atlanta. I think he's running for mayor of Atlanta. And he asked him a question just kind of about himself. And so people were pissed. So I want to know if anybody in the chat has seen the video with Governor Newsom, because I want to show it to you, and I want to get your thoughts because people, when I tell you, people are pissed about it. So let me see.
What were you about to say? What were you about to say?
I was about to say people are pissed about it.
Were you about to say people are pissed about it, or were you about to say something else?
I was going to say people are pissed about it.
Is your father watching this?
Nope. I was going to say people are pissed about it. Let's see.
Those two shepherds.
No, it wasn't this one. I don't think wait, hold on. Let me go grab it. Because I have these other videos that I'm not going to show, but I have the overarching one that shows. But what do you guys think about what Governor Newsom said? Do you guys think that he's pandering to Black people? I seen a picture of him with cornrows. I think it may have.
Just to take away from that, what would you like for the reader to know more intimately about you and how those two separate lives that you had together and the tough decisions you made and the risk that you had to take, and even growing up with dyslexia and all that? Like, what do you want us to take from that and where you are today?
Well, that like so many folks, I put a mask on, and my face was starting to grow into it. You know, I think Oliver, well, I think it was maybe Oscar Wilde, who said, you know, the first act in life is we all strike a pose. The second act, no one knows. You got to figure it out. I'm in the second act. And I talk about that, you know. I was trying to be someone I was not. It wasn't that I was inauthentic, it just I wasn't who I am.
Oh, that's no shit. That ain't it.
No,
Okay, so
definitely not it. Mm-mm.
hold on. Wait. Let me take that one off. Oh, this is the same one. Okay. Wait. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on.
But wait.
There's more.
And who I was becoming. And my mom saw that. She saw those cracks in that mask. And she challenged me. And, you know, and so it's a story about resilience, redemption. It's a story about humility and grace. I think it's a very human story. I'm not trying to be someone I'm not. I can't do that anymore. I tried that for a long time, and I wasn't happy. You know, I say to kids all the time, learn from, don't follow others. You know, your expression's unique, nobody else has it. And I've really just, you know, the way we're doing, some of you may have seen some of my social media. I'm on the other side. You know, I don't want to dream of regretting anymore. No coulda, woulda, shoulda. It's all out there. And I just want to put it all out there. I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. You know, I'm a 960 SAT guy. And, you know, and I'm not trying to offend anyone, you know, trying to act all there if you got 940. But literally a 960 SAT guy. I cannot, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech. Maybe the wrong business to be in. Lost count of how many schools I had to go to. And, you know, I'll never ever forget. My mom's choice was never to label me. She just had to struggle with me. And I walked in, I'll never forget this. It was probably 8th or 9th grade, walking home, got home early. My mom was always working, so, I'm cooking, literally lived on Stouffer's lasagna, macaroni and cheese. I got finished, 2 pots of macaroni and cheese and got bored. And I went upstairs and there was a file cabinet open and it said Gavin. In fact, she had a weird name, Gavinsky. That's like my nickname. And I opened it up and it was all of these reports from the doctors.
So I think what people focused on is he says, I'm like you guys. I'm a 960.
Well, he was talking to old boy.
He was talking to old boy. He was talking to the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
So people were mad. People were upset. What do you guys think? Do you think that was offensive to black? Because black people became offended because the assumption is he's talking to a room full of black people in Atlanta, and he's basically saying, I'm just like you. Like I'm not smart. I'm dyslexic. I eat mac and cheese and fried chicken and Stouffer's lasagna. So a lot of people were up in arms. And so now they're like, well, let's get him out of here. We hate Gavin Newsom. And I saw what Roland Martin had commented in the comments, and he said, you guys are taking it out of context. And then so they called him a damn Sambo, and you shut up, Roland Martin. We're going to get you off the air too. Like they was going off on him because he was like, hey, that's not what you see here. And so everybody's mad. And so anyway, I don't know has anybody seen that? Anybody in the chat? Did anybody see it? What do you guys think about what Newsom said? Do you take offense to what he said, or is it like, do you think he was like, pandering to the audience? Do you think he was pandering to black people? Do you think it was offensive to black people what he said? That's my question. What do you think, April? Do you think it was offensive?
To black people, I don't care. Like, and I'm not saying it like as far as black people. To people in general, 100%. If I'm black and I'm listening to that, I'm offended. If I'm white and I'm listening to that, I'm going to get offended. Because as far as I'm concerned, I don't know what level I'm on. You know what I mean? And to be like, I'm like you. Who am I? As far as I'm concerned, even if I was eating Stouffer's back in the day, or I was eating whatever, I'm far from that today. So what does that mean exactly? I don't know. Yes, I'm gonna look at it sideways. I have an issue with anyone who's like, I'm just like you. If you say I'm just like you, unless it's something positive, I don't want to hear it, because you don't know my story.
I'm with you on that. I am with you on that on one end. I think he was just trying to be relatable to people. He's just saying, look, I'm a regular dude. I don't know if it was more.
I'm a regular dude.
Well, I think it might have been just been his choice of words in that moment, but I don't think he meant like, I'm like you because you're dumb. I will say this to your point though. I had a neighbor, y'all listen to this. I had this neighbor, and why do we have to make everything a race issue? Somebody said, why do we have to make everything a race issue? Being genuine, trying to kind of learn to read between the lines. There is no one just like any of us. I agree. Amanda said, yes, he was pandering. He might as well come out singing about greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, whatever. And so somebody said, I was offended at first, but then I saw that he made the same statements in numerous interviews. But to your point, April, I was living in a white neighborhood, I'll say an affluent neighborhood in California. So I had a big house, and so my neighbor, she was so funny. So she had moved, and she had rented her house to some black people. And she called me and she said, hey, I want to talk to them about possibly buying a house, but I don't know if they're qualified. And I said, okay, what do you need help with? She was like, well, they may need help with financing, blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay. So I'm gonna have dinner with them tonight. The next day, she called me and I said, how'd it go? She was like, well, I don't know. They were like offended because I was like, is this part of this Black Lives Matter thing? And I was like, well, what are you talking about? And she goes, well, I just was telling them if they can't afford this or that. And they got all offended. And they were like, you don't know what we got. You don't know who our circle is. You don't know if we got money down. Like the assumption that you made to think that if we wanted it, we don't want it now, because the assumption that you're making that we don't have nothing. And then she proceeds to tell me, and I told them, The same welfare line you were in, I was in. The same soup kitchen you were in, I was in. And I
How
said,
do you know I was in a welfare line or soup kitchen? Like, that's the part. Listen.
I said, wait. I said, you said this to them? She goes, yeah. I said, how do you know if they were in a welfare line or a soup kitchen? She was totally, huh? What makes you think that because they're Black, they're in poverty? And she was like, I don't understand. And I said, what? I don't, why would you think that just because I said, so what did you think of me? Because I live next door to you. My house is twice her size. But what did you think of me? Oh, no, I just think that you're conscious. No, you thought something. Because if you think
that I was hanging in the child line, good times.
She thought I was hanging in the child line. And that's the assumption. I don't think that was the case here. I don't think he was talking to people saying that. I think it was just his choice of words. I think he's saying, I'm a regular dude. And I agree.
Let me tell you why I disagree. He's a politician and you speak every day. So if
he was saying I'm dyslexic. He was saying like, I'm not that smart. Yeah.
And so, but okay, I'm dyslexic and I know which words to choose when I'm choosing my words. And I'm looking at it. What?
Newsflash, buddy. Most of the crowd was actually white.
Yes, but that's not a newsflash. I don't care, and that's why I said what I said. I don't care what color you are. That's you. Yeah,
that's you. But look at what our model. So the thought, I think, initially, because he was talking to a Black person, was that he was talking to a Black audience.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't talking to a Black audience. So people got all offended and up in arms for nothing because he really was not talking to a Black audience. He was talking to a very diverse audience. Mm-hmm. So that's the thing. And so I think people were getting upset and they were up in arms for no reason. When I heard it, and before I even knew what the audience was, I said he's being misinterpreted. And what I don't want is to take away from the fact that we need to get as many people to vote and get Trump's ass out of office. And we need to mobilize, but people get so distracted off of the small things that
what I don't understand though is why people don't get offended off of the big things that are in your face.
What?
Okay. This is two random things because it's like, as it relates to Trump, there's like, I personally was offended by that video that he put out. Offended, bigly, okay, on next level offended when he put that out with them wearing the when they were monkeys.
Monkey. Mm-hmm.
That angered me to my core. But then I'm like, okay. Because we all know April is far from being in politics. I hate politics. I stay away from politics as much as possible. Okay. And I'm like, we don't get upset about a lot of the things that are actually right in our face. If you ain't voting for me, you ain't Black. There was another thing Biden said.
The Black people
kids are just as smart as, huh?
Oh yeah.
White kids or poor kids are just as smart as Black kids or something like that. And it's like, what? That's okay. All of these things were said out loud and there's no uproar about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, listen, if we're going to give it on one side, we're going to give it all over. And the fact is, to your point, he's talking to more white people than Black. I have a problem with the fact that you are saying you're a politician. You speak every day. Constance, you speak every day. You know your audience and you know what you're going to say to said audience that is going to be appropriate or inappropriate. I look at it from a standpoint of when you speak, you should know your audience. You should know the audience that is in front of you. It's been times that I've done shows as a performer and I have to pivot the show because I'm like, this is not the audience that I thought it was going to be. We're not doing this song, and this song. Plain and simple. Why can't you do that?
We got 5 minutes to talk about our next topic.
I'm sorry, because that pisses me off to the highest level of festivity.
So the other thing, so let's switch gears. So let's talk about TI.
Ain't nobody call me a culture?
It's a lot to unpack. So April, I don't know if you guys seen the whole thing with Ti and 50 Cent, and there's just been this battle, and so the beef originated because I think Ti was on Gilly and Wallow's show, and he was just basically saying I don't got no respect for Ti because we talked about doing a versus, and then when it came out, he acted like he didn't know what I was talking about, and so like I'm cool, I don't got no respect for this dude. So then Ti posts a picture of Tiny.
No. 50. 50
Excuse me.
posted a picture. Yeah.
50 posted a picture of Ti's wife, Tiny, her bad BBL, and it was a terrible, terrible, terrible picture, and all the things. And so, yeah, it was a really, really bad picture. But I mean, Tiny has gotten it from
Everyone.
for years. Yeah, she's gotten it for years. And so I tried, and I don't really say a whole lot about because you don't be talking about people. That's something that they can't help. The way they look is something. And look at 50 Cent. He is not an attractive guy, right? So. Then King jumped in and was like, yeah, Ti said 50 backed out of the challenge. And so Ti came back. So anyway, King was like, oh, you talk about my mama? You talk about my mama? So he came for him. And I can also respect Beyonce's mom because Beyonce's mom posted this on Wait.
Let's go. It's going to be hot today.
So look.
Let's go.
Girl, stop putting the comments on there. I'm trying to show what was. I keep telling you.
I didn't know that's what you were saying.
That's what I'm saying. To take the comments off because I'm trying to read what Tina Knowles said.
Hi, y'all. Judge me tomorrow.
So she said, you feel that? This is what Tina Knowles. She posted that little video. She said, you feel that? That's what real feminine energy looks like. Major girl, effortless, beautiful, unbothered, glow up season. Right. So she was just giving her love. Mm-hmm. And so what did Ti do? He posted this terrible picture. Excuse me, 50 Cent. What did 50 Cent do? He posted a terrible picture of Miss Tina and says, I'm not going to do it, but shit is getting weird. Little effed up albino kids, grandmothers getting involved at the F. Yo, you talk about Miss Tina. So what do you think about that? Because, I mean, 50 Cent is just too damn old. Honestly, I was tired of him years ago. I was sick of this Negro years ago.
Okay, so I'm okay. You know that I love a good I love it when a person's a bit on the shady side. I live. But I feel like it's fine if you're being shady to someone who is shady to you. Hey, Zoe. Shout out to Zoe, ladies and gentlemen. When people are just, if you did something shady, be shady back. I'm fine with that. But I don't even think T.I. was being shady to begin with. You know what I mean? And then you want to come back at Tina, and all she's doing is showing love. So you're like, wait, because you're not on my side, I have to. I gotta hate on you, like.
At some point, it's time to grow up. And I've been tired. And he's just a bully. He's a bully. That's the problem. And everybody, they give him an ass for being a bully. And it's ridiculous. And I hate to see grown ass people. I hate to see grown ass people condoning this kind of behavior because I think it's atrocious. Like, you're grown.
No, but poor King. Like, I thought about you. And the reason I say that is because I know your kids, all four of them, would come at anybody who done said something about their mama. They could be like, you know what? I ain't like her outfit that she wore.
Girl, Kyle be in the comments. Kyle be in the comments like, and I said, Kai, it's cool. She's like, Mama, no, why aren't you blocked? I'm like, because I know what the hell I'm talking about. People
they don't know. It's okay.
This is great. I don't care. But no, like if somebody says something about, like, you don't got to do that. And he's been a bully for far too long. And it's about time that somebody says something. Look, let me tell you T.I.'s lyrics. He did a diss track. He said, this is y'all scared of man, F this Lego head ass. Okay, anyway, he said, bitch, I'm a king and you a duck. You got no peer here but smoke. You'll get your fair share. You wouldn't dare stare me in the eyes and move your sucker. Say that you with your thumb, boy, you a big sucker. And then he called them bitch made ass would need pigtails. You take no issue with them white boys. It's only our people that you find to be an eyesore, huh? Duck and smoke. He won't even stand up for his legacy. I guess it's because he ain't shit to fight for. Hey, listen, man, this shit ain't gonna go how you think it is. Down here, we'll strip you out that ish. Leave you a little rabbity or something. But anyway.
Well, speaking of his legacy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing, April, is you think about 50 Cent holistically. 50 Cent made a lot of money.
Gazillions of dollars.
Right. And he don't have no relationship with his son. Mm-mm. He has no, his other baby mama, he's mad because the reason why he did the whole Diddy documentary is because he was mad because Diddy stole his Asian woman. That's the whole reason why this Diddy documentary came out, is because his little heart was broke. And now all of a sudden, now he got he's spending millions of dollars to try to, he bullied Ja Rule. It worked. It worked.
But outside of Ja Rule, really, I just noticed in this particular instance, notice that he's coming to all the women. He's not coming to any of the guys. Like, why aren't you coming for T.I.? Like, T.I. is telling you, and he's, in all seriousness, he is
nothing about T.I. But think about T.I.'s legacy. Look at Domani. Domani is so dope. He's a dope lyricist. His other son, Buddy Ray, his other son, the oldest one that looked like T.I.'s face on another body, play guitar. That boy is making millions of dollars. He's selling millions of records. His young
children are good children.
Yeah. His other son, he's a rapper. The little baby girl, Eris, talented. He got love. He takes care of his family. He takes care of his kids. His kids love him and respect him. They have I don't care how much money you got.
Y'all, this is why she was rushing me, because we have to go. There's another podcast about to start, but give us 30 more seconds. I'm going to show you this real quick.
Why do you say that?
He threatened me on Monday.
He did.
He threatened me. Look, watch what I'll do. I'll have someone come kill you. He threatened me. He threatened me on Monday, and this is what he did.
How long were you two together?
We were together for 13 years. The relation just ended over a year ago. He cannot accept that I have moved on with my life. He's going to strip me of everything. And I didn't allow it. I fought back, and this is what he's trying to do. He tried to kill me and his own child.
Why do you know that?
He threatened me. He told me he would. He told me he would have someone come do something to me. He told me he said, watch what I do. I have someone come kill you, and that's what he did. That's what he did. I know he did. There's not a doubt in my mind or my son's life. I know he did.
What happened?
I know he did.
Did you see anything?
Someone threw something through the window and the house just ignited. Couldn't even make it downstairs. We had to jump out the window.
Do you think he hired someone to do it?
Yes, of course. I know he's too much of a coward to do anything himself.
You're blaming 50 Cent for this?
Yes.
He released a statement saying he was happy everyone got out alive.
He didn't even. If you release a statement, if you care about the show, he has made.
You see what King said? You still threatening black women? You see what King said on his caption?
Sorry, baby. Go ahead. You said what?
I said, you see what King said on the caption? You still threatening black women?
I'm just saying, like, you have nothing better to do than come for them. And because I did a video about him trolling, thinking that, and it was funny because he was talking about DoorDash, and all the people that he was like coming for before. And I'm like, all right, the people that you came for before is not that big of a deal, because you came for like Diddy, you came, whatever. Like, I'm all for coming for Diddy, but really, dude, like, that's fun shade. Like, it's okay to have fun shade, but what's the one he just did where he bought the building and was like, "You gonna?"
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones. He's like, "Yeah, you gonna fix all those doors," and I'm like, "Dang, dude, like you're like, I'm gonna go buy the building just to make sure." So. Anyway, that's probably her calling to tell you got to get on the next podcast.
I'm about to get on, but I just think that there comes a point in your life, but it's that right there. And I don't know if I knew that he had something. Everybody knows that he had something to do with his baby mother's the house burning down. Everybody knows that. But to go through those links, I didn't know that she had to jump out a window with her son. He never checked up on his son.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? I cannot imagine having to jump out of a window with my child and finding out that the father is the one who did it. Really quick, Constance.
Because he bought her that house and he wanted her, and he knew that when they went to court that they were going to make him give her the house. He didn't want her to have nothing. She had an opportunity to go on a reality show. He blocked that. Like, he just blocked her from being able to do everything because he has money. Yeah. And to be able to take money out of your baby mama's mouth and your child's mouth, I mean, there has to be just a level of heartlessness that this man and callousness that this man
What
has.
kind of
Because
heartlessness?
he has no mom. You know, his mom was a dope dealer. She died when he was young. I don't know who his daddy is, but I don't. There's just this lack of empathy that a lot of narcissists have that he obviously possesses. Because if you can go through those lengths with your child, and then you don't have a relationship with your child, and to troll your own child who looks exactly like you.
That little boy looked just like him. But you also got to like Vivica Fox though. On a whole different note, Vivica Fox he must be packing very nicely because she was on him for years.
And there's that.
Okay.
And she said her biggest regret. 30 years later, she said my biggest regret. She said I never should have got was 50.
Because 30 years later, she's like, that was the best night of my life. Anyway, it's your birthday again. Where can we find your promo information, promo stuff?
Go to my website. Go to constancecarter.com/birthday. If you've ever wanted to work with your girl, here's an opportunity to be able to work with me for 50% off. And we're gonna get up out of here because I got to get on this other podcast. Dee Dee, thank you for hanging out with us. We're gonna have you on here in the next couple of weeks. And oh, by the way, we have Net 7 Collective tonight. And so you guys are going to see more of the ladies from Net 7 because they're going to be on here sharing with you guys all the great things that they're doing in the world, which I'm looking forward to. So you'll see Dee Dee. She's an attorney and she's also a film writer.
Okay, I was about to say, don't let that go, honey, because we about to do some
no. And award-winning. Okay?
Award-winning.
You see Dr. Jones on Thursday. I'm not going to be on here with her tomorrow, but Dr. Jones is on here Thursday. She's a physician. And we just have a bunch of talented women inside the group that I can't wait for you guys to get a chance to meet and showcase and all the things. So we're going to get up off of here, April, because I know Tiara's probably smoking a cigarette right now. She's probably
you all go to April Sampe everywhere. If you're looking to purchase a home, sell a home, make sure you follow me. And if you need some music done.
How do they book you to perform?
DM me, April Sampe everywhere.
Oh, okay. They just DM you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember. Who call it good addiction? It turn me on when it run me like a ninja. Nothing make me wanna take a stand on the death man. Help me take a moment just to
That's April. So if you ever want to book her to perform, baby, you will get the performance of your life. She's one of the best that I've ever seen do it. I got to get up off here. I love y'all. Bye.